All right, let's take it to Brazil because Neymar is making his statement with Santos on the pitch. And off the pitch, he joins Memphis Depay and Thiago Silva to protest the use of artificial turf for league matches. Now, the same message was shared on their respective social medias, detailing their concerns with the use of turf, including the risk for injury. Part of that statement reads, quote, "The solution to a bad pitch is to make a good pitch. It is as simple as that. Soccer is natural, not artificial." Shaq, thoughts?
I'm in total agreement. There are places for AstroTurf pitches for whatever reason. I understand the weather conditions and particularly humid countries such as Trinidad and Tobago. Brazil experiences a lot of that. But if we're talking football at the highest level, if we're talking talents such as Neymar, you can't have them playing on AstroTurf. It has to be grass. I think not playing on grass takes a lot away from the game itself, its perception, and the perception of the quality of the league. So I'm with the players on this one.
It doesn't matter what sport you play in, at the highest of levels, every athlete will tell you, I prefer playing on grass. I'd rather not play on turf. And we see countless injuries on turf. And regardless of the medical reports, the scientific reports that they try shoving down our throats, you can see that this is a problem. Odell Beckham Jr. in the Super Bowl, torn ACL, he's done. Yeah. We've seen it here in Major League Soccer. We've seen it in other places with turf. You're more prone to these injuries. And also, while it may be cost effective for the owners, what kind of product are you trying to put out? I challenge anybody out there to tell me, remind me of one good game, one great game they've seen on turf.
Yeah.
The overall product, the showcase, just takes a massive hit. And I will tell you what, Neymar's coming off an ACL tear. This guy's had an ACL tear. This guy's had 3 different knee surgeries. I've never felt so vulnerable, so not myself, so on skates as I do as when I'm on turf. So Neymar is sitting here going, I could potentially play this next World Cup. I could potentially help Brazil in this next World Cup, a Brazilian team that desperately needs his creativity. And I come back home, and they're telling me, you got to play on this turf field? What are we doing here? One of the richest leagues in the Americas has turf fields, and there's a reason the Zlatans, the Thierry Henrys, the massive players like Beckham, when they come to Major League Soccer, oftentimes sit out when it comes to the turf. No player likes it, and I'm with them here.
And it's strange to think of Brazil having turf, not only because of the resources that they have available to them, but historically speaking, when we think of a traditional football country, Brazil is one of the first ones that comes to mind.
Absolutely, given their own standing in the world game through the history of this game. There aren't many countries that kind of enjoy that prominence, that example as to the beautiful game, and to see that, I think, diminished by turf pitches is to football romantics is a little heartbreaking. Yeah,
and the bigger names in the league really using their platform to try to.
And credit to them.
Do something about it.
I fully support that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, speaking of Neymar, his former team will be on our screens this weekend. Las Palmas against Barcelona, Saturday, 3 p.m. Eastern. Coverage begins at 2:30 p.m. on ESPN+.